Hi, and welcome to Video 101. I'm John Crossman. The first list we're going to talk about is the artistic characteristics of an effective editor. And the first one is know the footage before you start. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means that for me, I go through, watch all of the footage I have to use for the particular either story I'm editing or the section of the piece that I'm working on. Right now I'm working on a documentary, and the documentary is a series of stories. They're not really interrelated other than they all happen in a certain area. I have a script, I have narration, I'll review the script, I'll read the narration, and then I sit down and I watch all the footage that I have. And as I watch it, I go, oh, well, this is a good opening shot. This is a shot that'll go with this part. Once I've reviewed the footage the first time, I will then lay out my story with the sound that I have. A lot of things that I do these days involve music, and that's another thing on the list that we'll talk about later. But I will lay out without sound the story and make sure I understand how it flows. It'll show me if I have problems with interviews, either noise or very tight in and outs. It's not uncommon, even though a producer will have transcribed their interviews, that some of the words aren't correct. And so you look at a paper and it looks like a good, neat sentence, but there's gaps and there's start and stops and there's other things. And so in this step, I kind of look through and go, okay, well, I'm not going to let them sit on camera for 10 seconds in silence, so I need the first part to make the sentence a complete sentence, but I know now I've got to cover that so I don't have this jump cut in the middle of an interview. Anyway, so that's the first step, to know your footage. It's common sense, but there are times, even when people shoot it themselves, if there's been a span of time between the shooting and the editing, it's easy to forget every shot that you shot. And so knowing your footage well before you go through and start to edit is the first characteristic of an effective video editor. In the next segment, we'll go to number 2, which is understand the audience that you're editing for. I'm John Crossman, and this is Video 101. Thanks for watching.